They should be sponsoring us.
Yeah, sure indeed.
Well, we got
want our sponsoring.
Give us the money.
Timu.
Actually,
I'm not spending off anyway.
90% of my outfit right now is Timu minus my shirt and my hat.
Well, hit the soundbar because we got that from Timu.
Man, this was...
Hit the clap.
It's right here, man. I gotta get this.
I promise it works right. He just doesn't know how to work it.
So, can I interject for 1 second?
Yeah, take over. Please.
By the way, on the lives, everybody, we're in the podcast. What's going on, YouTube? You guys already know what it is, and as you can see, we're off to a fantastic fucking start. But what's going on, everybody? You guys already know who it is by the sounds of the voices and the faces on your screens. It's Rico T, Joey Dubs, and the Big Oos, Tommy Guns, and we back with another episode of Rico Cool Your Jets or RCYJ Podcast.
Wow,
we have a real audience. That was perfect timing.
Wow,
perfect timing.
Do an applause for that, man.
Yo, he got a double. Full audience applause.
Welcome, Joey the Sound Man.
Joey Sounds.
New name, Joey Sounds.
Joey Soundboard.
Joey Soundboard.
Joey Soundboard. The fireworks again.
Grandma, they out there doing the fireworks again.
But as you guys can see on the YouTube, we do have the full crew back together. Yes, I am back. Was dealing with some personal stuff.
Welcome, Rico.
Thank you. Still dealing with it, but I felt it was time for me to come back because this is one of my therapies. So, fuck it. I'm back. What's up? How y'all doing? Thank you.
We appreciate you all.
He did it again, man.
Checking us out. He's finally getting his sound right. He says during the podcast he's good. Maybe not during the podcast. So far during the podcast he's 2 for 2 at least.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2, so I'm gonna give him that.
There you go. But that may be
awesome. I do that. Yeah.
Okay, Miz. But anywho, I like I said, I was dealing with some things, and I kind of talked to you guys a little bit on the episode that I did by myself, which is on our YouTube. You guys can go check that out for everybody on the lives and stuff like that. And I'm not back at 100%, but I am at a point where I can function a little bit better. I can do a little bit better. I'm back in the gym, which, you guys might not be able to see any difference right now, but I definitely can see and feel a difference in myself with the way that I've been doing it. This shirt, the sleeves used to be a lot looser on me, and now I can definitely feel it wrapped around my bicep a little bit. So, fuck yeah, I'm proud of that. Back on my fitness shit, which will start going back on my Instagram like I used to do anyways, my personal Instagram. Because I enjoy doing that. I'm all about body positivity, even though I am trying to change mine, but that's because I want to do it for me. Plus, I don't want to replace my knee yet. And so it already needs one, but that's the point. I'm back. Sorry. Got a little serious here.
That happens. Welcome back, though, Rico. We're glad to have you.
Glad to be back, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be back, y'all.
And we all know these crazy
back, y'all, and that's a fact, y'all.
You were saying, Tommy?
It's crazy because we don't know these devices. We don't know which one to look at. So if we're ever not looking at you, and then I got the job, I got to look over here to read one because we all, at least I'll admit I'm old. Because I can't see that shit no more.
I'm getting up there. You guys can't see it.
I don't know. They're not writing over there. It's so damn small. Like, why do they got to put it like that? Don't they have the old people setting?
No, they told us we got to get the magnifying screen.
I might have it broadcasted on the fucking big screen next week.
By the way, yeah, don't judge me. Yes, I am doing tobacco pouches, but that doesn't affect my workouts or anything like that, so I don't want to hear nothing about any of that. Leave me alone.
And that's your mouth.
It's the one vice that I stick with that I know I need to give up, but I don't want to drink right now neither. I've been doing pretty good with that. Yeah. I also want to say, and I told you, yesterday, Tommy, that I'm now 7-8 days, as of today, 7 or 8 days off of energy drinks. And I am, if I'm at 8 days, which I think it is 8 days, then I'm 7 days off of sodas and carbonated beverages. Only been drinking water, coffee, juice, tea. Switched up my eating habits. I eat grow. I know you ain't used to hearing that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? But I have switched up my eating habits to And it's
Yeah.
I feel physically a lot better than I have in a while.
That's good.
Like,
Man.
I feel really good. So that's all the shit that I was doing on my little hiatus because, I needed to. Yes, sir. So, Tommy, what's up with you, dog?
Not much, as I always say. Same shit, different thing. Work, work, work.
Joey, what's good with you, big hammer?
Same damn thing. Work, work, and work.
Okay, now if I can, by the way, I wanna say something else before we get into the actual podcast.
Sounds good.
I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to go to Facebook, Clapper, whatever app y'all are on, Instagram. I'll give y'all the YouTube name, but y'all gotta check it out. So, wasn't until Tommy came on the show that we had an idea to make this thing kind of like a brand, a little bit bigger, and we've been slacking on, venturing out more, and that's a lot to do with me, and I'll admit that freely. But Tommy and Joey now have their own podcast, which we'll be doing a bunch of collabs because then it's just us three getting together again. But these two have their own podcast called Keeping It 98 with Tommy and Joey, or Joey and Tommy. So you guys can go check that out. I don't know how they have it. I think it's Joey and Tommy.
It's Joey and Tommy. We talked about this.
Yeah, it's Joey and Tommy. My bad. Sorry, Joey. I still love you, Doug. But you can go check that out.
I pulled out the gun on him. But I left the gun in the house.
Yeah, that's good.
Pew, pew.
What's your gun sound like? Get off!
My
Get
gun sound
off!
like this. That's how my gun sound.
Don't worry.
Joey,
we
that
have
sound like a
metal
staple
detectors
gun.
At the door.
Yeah, that was the water gun.
Yeah,
We have metal detectors at the door.
Yeah, that's why I brought a water gun.
he got a plastic piece on Temu.
Yeah, that motherfucker from Team
He snuck it in and built it.
But you guys can go check that out. You can also go to the Tommy Bayless, TOMMYBAYLESS page on YouTube, and you can find Keeping It 98 there.
We go live on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. hopefully.
Prime time, motherfuckers.
Which
Yeah,
helps
prime
because,
time.
like I said, we do all of these in conjunction with each other. So, it's just another night to see the RCYJ family doing their thing, and I'm glad that it's these two because I feel like I have a very over-the-top personality, and I want to see what they can do without me. I'll be on an episode here and there. I'm gonna be like the crossfade in like season 3 and 4 for us, for them.
But we got our crossfade.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
So yeah,
definitely appreciate it. Like I said, you invite it on anytime. It wasn't nothing like ever to think you weren't included. 100%. And we don't feel your personality is too big or nothing.
No,
we actually feel we all mesh together.
But I also figured that like with that show too, what we could do is I could be more of a like production standpoint because we had a bunch of issues, but we got them figured out, and I like doing stuff like that. So I figured on
you
that
guys,
one.
like I said, there's definitely nothing but appreciation for coming on and showing me how to fucking throw it out on the podcast. Yeah. We wouldn't be able to get that shit out there if it wasn't for you, and I definitely.
Of course, dog. Ooses help ooses. That's how it is.
You doing that? That's good.
So, but I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. I think it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be interesting. So y'all should check that out. Y'all should also, obviously check this out and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into the podcast. So, Tommy, what's the topic for today, dog? Like, let's.
It was a question that was proposed. We talked about during our last week thing that. Oh, we actually got feed on that somewhere, right?
Yeah, we got feed on one we said last
week. That's the YouTube wasn't? Is that where we put that?
I think so.
Yeah, that's because it's the only place we put it, right?
Yeah.
Or do we have?
You put it there, but you also posted
it's
it
not
to
on
your
YouTube.
Facebook.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah,
right. That was the only one we posted. That's what Tommy screwed up. Put it on the Facebook.
Yeah, I always say it on Facebook.
You don't put it out on his main Facebook page. That's shit ain't happening.
Oh no, because I was gonna say this is one I seen after I got the laptop set up for you.
Yeah, I got you, and that is where I put. Oh, the one is definitely on the YouTube. We got the first Keeping It 98. I was talking about the RCYJ.
Oh, you said
let me go back because what we talking about is the topic. We have it on Facebook. No, that one, the YouTube from last week, our show went live on Wednesday. We have that on the YouTube. That's the only one posted on the YouTube so far. The other one went on my Facebook. Is the one I'm talking about. Which we post. Let me get back to pose the question. Who came into your life that most influenced you? Like,
So like,
it's like somebody that
came
came
into your
into your
life.
life. We didn't want to do it with family because everybody, like my first one, we could do the family one right here quickly. Just go over it. I'm going to say my mom, obviously, one of the biggest influence in my life. Her struggle to raise 5 kids and putting herself through nursing school, shit like that. That woman fought hard, and that has always been an inspiration to me. Like what you do for family and what you go out of your way for, and that's probably why I'm so family oriented watching her. So I'll start off with that one. We can say the family one first, as I said. And we'll move on to one of you, whoever wants to go first. But my mom was definitely a big, big influence in my life, and a lot of the reasons I am the person I am today.
Okay.
And I'll say that for
And
me.
you can say more people.
Yeah, I'll say that for me. Definitely both my parents. Definitely my grandmother. But I definitely want to give, especially like a late Father's Day, which I shouted him out on Father's Day and everything. But definitely my dad, because my dad has shown me that like no matter what, because like I had both my parents in my life, my whole life. Thank God for that. And like, but it was my dad was always at work. Like he worked for the Transit Authority in Massachusetts, so he was at work. Like he was asleep when we got up to go to school. He was at work before we got home from school. He wasn't home till we was asleep. Like we almost never saw our dad. And even on his days off, he was doing shit around the house, going to Home Depot, doing whatever. But he showed me that hard work is what's going to get you through no matter what. And there were some times where like my dad questioned me and, doubted my skills and stuff. And then it took years. My dad finally said, now you are who I would hope you would be. He was like, and I'm proud of that. My dad has been one of the biggest influences of my fucking life. And he's monumental. And my kid, he's an asshole. But I love my kid because he pushes me to do better too.
As far as me, of course I would say my mother, because she the one um, I had to fight for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To go in and not thinking I would actually make it out. You know what I'm saying? And it motivated, but actually a book made me see this. And it was a book was goddamn Man's Search for Meaning. And it was this dude that he was in the Holocaust. And he always wanted to get home to his wife. He said he seen all these people die around him. You know what I'm saying? And he fought to get home to his wife. So he made it up out of the Holocaust to be able to hug his wife again. And when I read that book, man, through my transition and trying to better myself, my mom always been my motivation to want to better myself. You know what I'm saying? Even down to this day, she passed on and I'm just still trying to fight, to say that my mother, man, showed me how to goddamn fight to do better. You know what I mean? Because I was tired of hurting moms. You know what I'm saying?
My mom showed me how to fight too, but we seen it whenever she would watch it live.
Yeah,
She'd be trying to tell me it's okay to punch people.
Yeah. Mom's was the opposite. She'd be like, boy, you don't worry about what nobody say about you. And I said, Mom, why did you beat that lady up when she talked about you? Beat the shit out that lady. But that was my motivation. I love you, baby.
Oh, wow. So, mom beat him, but then tell me I can't beat him.
Yeah, the same lady that she beat up when I was a kid, I turned around and beat up her son. You know what I'm saying?
That family's just bad.
They're like, damn. Because that man punched me in my face for nothing.
They said, Joey, 2 wrongs don't make a right. When he said, I hit him with a left, so it don't matter.
Y'all ever remember the game? Y'all ever remember the game when you was kids?
No.
And you have, yes, I hope to remember this one. I believe every kid all around the world had this go on. And I'm going to tell you how.
Yeah, when you hit somebody and run away, that's called tag.
No. When you got somebody, y'all go to the candy store or whatever, the candy lady or the candy man's in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You buy a whole bunch of candy, then you tell the kids, we're going to play up for grabs. We throw the candy up and everybody got to go jumping and try to get the candy. Who can get the candy? So we playing that right before we go to school. I was in the 2nd grade. And why this dude goddamn man, my homeboy told him he couldn't play anyway. He said, Daniel can't play. Daniel, you can't play. Daniel get mad. He got mad. So the dude throw the candy up in the air. I think it was my main man Tink. Tink threw the candy up in the air. Boom. So out of nowhere, all us jump up. Here come Daniel. Bam! Catch me right in my shit. Pop! his whole teeth came through his mouth. We go to school and I get suspended. I said, how I get suspended? And we wasn't on school ground when I beat the dude up. So, mama, I beat up her son for you because you beat up his mama.
They outlawed that game after that day.
Yeah, I think they did because I haven't seen that since. I haven't seen
I've
that
never
since.
seen anybody play that shit. I was
It
also
doesn't sound like a good idea.
I was also a fat kid. You wasn't getting my candy.
Yeah, I wasn't throwing no candy up for nobody. But he was saying like adults were throwing candy
No,
up.
we was kids. I was in the second grade. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Why? I thought that maybe you was maybe the person throwing up the candy was.
Joey beating up second
shit,
graders.
Yeah.
Here y'all go.
I never imagined that Joey was the old one. I figured the person throwing the candy up in there might have been the old one.
Yeah. Okay,
Good.
you gotta turn it on.
The bottom one down two.
Down two to the right or the left?
Down. Down, Joey. Clockwise. Down.
Oh no, some jumps you can turn counterclockwise.
You can go the other way, but if I say down.
That's why I say to the left or the right.
Never mind, Joey.
I get what you're saying, but I get what he's saying.
I don't get what he's saying. So don't make sense. I understand left to the right, but
No, but like when he says
if you
left,
if you go to the left, it's up.
no, you go down.
You're
Just going down in the opposite direction. So that's why I get where he's coming from.
That's exactly what it was.
Now when it's on an angle like
Yes, it
this,
is.
that's impossible.
Okay, anywho, so we're gonna.
See, this is how we wild out. We have a discussion about a discussion that had nothing to do with the discussion.
The AC's up. That's what matters. Joey, you're not hot no more. Here we go.
So now the question that was posed is, who is someone that came into your life who has been influential to your life, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Joey,
Wow.
take it away.
You know what?
What?
What, motherfucker? No, so listen.
That was like a bad day. You got to keep my hands
Yeah, I got it.
He's 3 for 4.
Nah, you know what?
You do it so
As much as when we was kids, and me and my brother Didi, we came down to Florida. We was down here back in 1987 to 1990. So we went through an issue that we thought was bad with our stepmom, our first stepmom. And she was real hard on me and my brother Didi about making bad grades. You know what I'm saying? But she wasn't hard on her own kids who was flunking worse than us. You know what I'm saying? So me and my brother, we got out of one day. Yeah, we got out of it. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't care no more for one reason. So anyhow, just to fast forward, what made me appreciate education, you know, was her. I mean, literally, dog, we couldn't even go outside but like an hour after school. And we got out like 4. By the time we got home, it was like 5. It was getting dark at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? And she'll make me go over and over and over and over, you know what I'm saying, on math problems, whatever I was doing, my homework. And I'm like, yo, we ain't got nothing but like an hour to be outside. We want to go outside and play. Until you get this right. But she fucked up one time. Earlene, I love you, baby. But Earlene fucked up one time. My teacher gave me a math problem. And she tell me, this is how you do the problem. This is your example to learn how to do all these problems. So I go home, do them exactly like the teacher tell me. My stepmom, Earlene, she got there and looked at it. All 24 of those wrong. That one right there is right. I said, I know it's right. I was doing the ones that like the teacher said. The example was the ones that she said was right. But I did every last one of them like the examples. So she's like, until you get this right, you ain't going outside. So I fucked up, did it her way. She like, Nan is right, you can go outside and play. I go to school the next day. And the teacher say, Joseph, how did you get 24 goddamn questions wrong when I gave you the example of how to do it? I said, I told my damn mama. I told her. And but she told me I can't go outside until I got it exactly way she wanted me to do it. But like I say, due to that hard pressing that she did, and I used her as my motivation for education. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question. So your stepmom did it wrong? She was wrong?
She was
She didn't know
wrong.
what the answers were?
She
She was bad
did.
at math?
And she went to college.
But I mean,
But something was wrong with her at that time. I don't know what it was. Some people just want to be right, and you just wrong. You ain't been to school in goddamn 30-some years.
How old was your stepmama?
I was 14, 13, 14. She was like 30-something, 40 almost. Yeah, because they 70s now. Yeah, they 70s now. So she was like 40.
I need you to go back. She's still around.
Erlene, we love you. He about to talk about you, Erlene. Erlene, you're going to have to get him. You're going to have to get him.
Okay,
He's about to talk about you,
so
Erlene. I shouldn't have said nothing earlier. I apologize.
You and her both are wrong. You need to go back to math class.
Bro, because you said she was out of school for 30 years, but you
She's
said at
34.
that time she was like 34, but she also went to college. Nigga, that's like 10, 12 years at best that she was out of school.
You know,
And she didn't want to talk.
You know, kids that got there went to school back then, they graduated at 10.
At 4 years old? Because from what you said, she graduated college at 4. Because she's been 30 years since she's been in school.
Y'all don't understand the goddamn sequences of the timeline in which I was using.
Joey, to quote a phrase from the new generation, your math ain't mathing, bro.
Us, and the whole world out there be watching, whoever be watching, and the video we go watch later, all know you bad at math.
Bro,
that's what we all figured out.
Joey, listen, can I say
Put
this?
some money in front of me, I bet you I count that motherfucker.
Joey, can I say this to you? And I don't mean this in any bad way, but when you gave off that math, everybody watching these lives and everybody when they watch this YouTube is gonna get Forrest Whitaker high. Just thinking about that shit, bro. Like facts. Forrest motherfucking Whitaker high, you ain't gonna know what the hell to do.
Hey, yo. We done been through some hell of a shit in our lives.
Like
I want you to understand
that. 4 Red Bulls all at the same time.
Hey, listen.
You guys wasn't ready for that.
No, y'all wasn't ready for that. That's just part 1 of Joey.
There's a part 2.
So, Rico, what was been your influences outside of family?
Let me get Rico back on there.
So, in all honesty,
thank you for our sound guy. He's the best.
In all honesty,
we might give somebody else a try next week.
Yes,
thank you.
That we just going through channels right now. You know what I mean? We trying to see.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Excuse us, Rico.
No, you're good. But now, so for me, and you know, it's something that I've said before, and I'll say it again. I've been very lucky in my life to gain the group of friends that I have. And this group of friends that I have, it's, you know, people from different areas. A couple of them know each other. A couple of them have met, you know, other ones and stuff like that. But it's all throughout areas, and it's that group of friends that I've gained that has been the most influential to me. And, you know, if it wasn't for them, like, they give me the people who truly and absolutely know me. And even though I know a lot of the times that, you know, they wish I would, I don't always, you know, open up to them. But when I do, like, you know, they listen, you know, they tell me what I need to hear, but they don't just outright talk shit to me and stuff like that. And they've been very influential in how I try to shape my life in certain ways because of the way they know me, and they know how I'm going to do it. They know how my mind works. They know how I'm thinking about doing it. And they give me another way to think about it, and that has helped me so much. And I appreciate every one of y'all motherfuckers for it. Every one of you knows exactly who the fuck you are.
Motherfuckers.
And the appreciation that I have for y'all is just no word, no gift, no amount of money could ever fathom like how much all of that actually means to me. So it's definitely to my group of friends who, you know, we got the big ooze here. That's not to say anything about Joey. Me and Joey have been cool, but we kind of just started like getting to know each other more. But I feel Joey's going to become part of that circle that I have. You know, facts. Obviously, my boy Manny in Georgia. Shout out to him. He's like my twin. He's so monumental to me. I got my boy Nick, obviously, who's been through so much with me. That's my bro for life. my boy Sheridan, who's been with me through some shit. You know, my boy Tyler's been with me through some shit. But I do have to give a special shout out. I do have to give a special shout out to my boy Kane, who, and I just want to give him a shout out because he's been the longest running with me. That's not to say he's more important than the other ones, but you know, he, we hit 27 years of friendship this year. Like we met when we was like 6 and 7, you know, and that's 27 years of friendship with this dude, and like it's monumental. My group of friends have been like the most influential people to me, and I absolutely love him for it. And I've been blessed to be able to get that group of friends, and I know that we're lifers.
And you know, friends said if I may say this, man, it's good when you know you have a genuine friend. You know what I mean? And I always say, man, that I never really had a genuine friend, but I have. You know what I'm saying? And I have now. You know, people that show me genuineness. You know what I'm saying? So I do give shout outs to them too, right? You know what I mean? Because I always said I didn't. And I got this one lady, man, that I met her in 2015, and she from Texas. This shorty came after we met each other. She came to visit me, and it just was a lot of shit that this shorty showed that she's a friend. That man plays some kind of like horror jazz music.
Friend in me,
Oh shit!
you got a friend in me.
I got a friend. You know what I mean? As a brother say, we growing, man. You know what I mean? Because we haven't had the time, even though we knew each other for 4 years, we haven't had the time to really sit back and really get to know each other. You know what I mean? So it's glad that we have that opportunity, brother,
Yes,
to
sir.
get to that point.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
What classical music is
Tommy, outside of family, Tommy,
I see.
and don't you come with goddamn, yo!
That's how I answer the phone for everybody. So it's
Y'all gotta understand, man. It don't take Tommy to be like he was angry, grouchy, or anything. If you ever got there and talk to Tom, excuse me, and he answered your phone call or something, if you do, yo, be like, damn, dog, I ain't doing nothing. Why you screaming on me?
What's that?
I will say too, and I don't remember the actor's name. Please don't fault me for that. But he was one of the actors who's obviously been in like a bunch of the like mob style movies, The Sopranos and stuff. But I seen that he did an interview, and he was talking about. He was like, if you really think about it, he was like, for me, all I need is 3 solid friends. He said 3 solid friends, and we could take over a city. And I think about that, and I have my group of friends probably at like maybe 6 or 7, and we could take over some shit if we all got together and like linked up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a group of dudes that if anything ever happened, I know I could call them up and we had to go into battle. We back to back all day, every day, covering each other's sixes and everything. And that's the group that I love around me. That's the group that I need. Tommy, your turn. We're all emotional and shit. It's an emotional question. Who has influenced you?
Like many people influence me.
You said many people, like the small people?
No, many.
Like
As in a lot?
Oh,
more than one, many
the way
people?
he said it,
throughout
like
my life,
it's been many people.
I actually feel, to me, anybody I've ever gotten close to at all, I've taken a piece of it. 100%, because I've learned and adapted.
So I was wondering why my goddamn side been hurting for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I took a piece.
You took a piece of my side, man.
4 years ago. It's just not.
Took your rib, nigga, was covered in barbecue sauce, and we was hungry that day.
But I'd have to probably shout out to my boy Josh King back when I was younger. If I had to think of one person, I'm not going to be cheap like Rico and give 7 different answers. Because I could definitely do that. I've definitely had a lot of friends around me. But the question was one person. Like, come on. But like him, I would definitely say that as well. But if I had to pick one, I would say Josh. Because he brought me a lot out of my shell when I was younger. I was me, but I didn't really talk to a lot of people, and I tried to just keep to myself. I don't really like fucking people. I've been trading cards. I traded the shit out of some cards. I sold the shit out of some cards. I was a little hustler, and always, I told you. The little school, fucking elementary school, I was like taking cards and selling them back and forth to people, making fucking money. No lie. I was all fucking hustling. But,
Oh, Tommy's right. I did one collective, but if there,
I only fuck with you. But
no, real talk. So, and again, it's not that any one is more important than the other, but my boy Nick has influenced the absolute fuck out of me, and this dude has such a level of adoration for me because even when like he's trying to have like he's had a good day and he's trying to continue that good day, if I'm going through something, like he just drops everything and he knows for a fact that I will never ask him to drop anything for me. But and there are times when he hasn't been able to do that or he just didn't want to do that and he was like, "Can I call you later?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, dude. Like, do what you got to do. I'll talk to you at some point." But like even the other night when like I was going through a lot of shit and it was late and I really needed someone to fucking talk to because I was going crazy. You know, and he was saying that he had a good day. He was just watching hockey, drinking some beers. I'm like, damn, he's in a good mood. I don't want to bother him. So he was like, you better fucking call me. So I called this dude, and like, it never once bothered him. It never once ruined his day. And he sat on the phone with me for like close to 3 fucking hours. And it was so dope. And he influences me so much because, like I said about Tommy, and I told Tommy this earlier as well, is that this dude, like, knows me. Like, he's been through some of the hardest shit in my life with me. And he knows me inside and out, and it's just monumental how even for someone like me who's set in his own ways, Nick has a way of getting me to think completely differently to help me through the situation or situations that I'm in. That dude always has like, it's almost like he keys in on the right things to say, but he also knows when to tell me, you're just a fucking idiot, you need to listen to me. Tommy does that too.
Yeah.
I don't always listen.
This is why this question is
And
great.
you know, some people approach you like that though.
People a lot of inside, they don't know you a little bit. That's just
but you know, some friends, man, you have difference of friends. You got those that's gonna tell you, but you got one that'll tell you in a form the way that he best can tell you. You know what I'm saying? And he'll tell you in a not so much roundabout way. He being straight up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he trying to get you to see different outlooks. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I believe is we all have choices. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether they fucked up or not, you know what I mean? A friend supposed to tell you, yo, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That dude that won't tell you so straight up like the others, he'll say it, but you'll be like, man, get your ass to the point, motherfucker.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing is, I definitely think it's something I'm able to do very well, and I try to tell other people you really should do this. Is you need to step yourself into the other person's shoes. A lot of people have a real hard time getting out of their own head. A lot of people. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but what you have to do is, because it's not always only what you think. You got to see where the other person is coming from sometimes, because then you understand, okay, this maybe not the situation I'm putting it off to be. I can see how they would think something different. It just helps them along to see the whole situation.
Like, I watched your podcast when you did it by yourself, right? And in all candor, we were talking, you know what I mean, about something that you said, and I thought about what you said. And I was like, you know, people can only give you their experiences. You know what I'm saying? That a person who knows themselves, they know that certain things can't get them off their square. So he'll tell you from his perspective, and I remember you saying something based about somebody's opinion is wrong. And I get it, because we all want somebody to like jive, like listen to us when we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes as men, we don't understand that. You know, a person just wants you to just listen to him. A man will always got to give not so much his opinion. He may give you a fact of his because he had a certain experience that was something like yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I got what you were saying, you know what I mean? But I think I thought about that a couple of days. You know what I mean? And yeah, sometimes we do. But a person ain't supposed to just think those thoughts like you think that they're supposed to think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brother said to me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man, I ain't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just was goddamn venting to you, brother. And I'm like, well, but you know how I am.
The problem is, I mean, I can see Rico's perspective for sure,
No, I definitely see it.
Sometimes you just don't fucking do it. But it's probably something that should be established beforehand because it's definitely hard for anybody. Anybody to come in a situation, and definitely me if somebody's coming at me about something like that, I'm not trying to give them like whatever experience I have. But I tell them at the end of the day, every time, dude, it's your life. You have to fucking live it because I can only tell you what I've gone through. But I'm not always going to have the same experience as you. So it's so hard to hold back because you don't know what to say to begin with.
Yeah.
You really don't know what to say to someone coming at you like that. Not always. I mean, most of the time you don't. It's like most of the time you're taken off by it. But the problem is like I said, you're trying to help the person because you do care. So you come off maybe as an asshole because you're trying to tell them what's up. But, and I get where you're coming from though too. Sometimes you shut the fuck up.
No, but for real, if we do that as men, because we think as men that man we ain't supposed to have emotions or feelings. You know what I'm saying? So our approach to each other, man, is kind of like different than we approach a child or a woman. You know what I'm saying? And like you're right, like you said, man, and I thought about it, and it's right. You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, when I come to you with a problem, if it ain't something like, yo, goddamn, these dudes did something to me, man, I'm ready to go out to get this dude or whatever, and I gave you like, dog, let's just sit back and chill, because right now you're hot. That's something you would be more prone to hearing than like, yo, man, I'm just emotionally fucked up right now, dog. I don't know what the fuck to do. And then the motherfucker comes to you trying to talk. Man, shit, nigga, get the fuck out of that mindset, nigga. What the fuck? Don't let shit hold you down. No, I needed to get this out, nigga, because this might have just made me goddamn go out there and bust somebody's head. All because your motherfucking ass ain't want to listen. But,
yeah.
I feel that though.
My co-hosts are violent. Listen to me.
No.
They always try to say that I'm the violent one. I'm not.
I've never once said that Tanya was the violent one. I'm always the one being accused of being the violent one, but that's because
there's
I do.
episodes where you were like, "Oh man, you're too angry."
Oh, you think we say you the violent one?
He definitely has.
Look at the faces, y'all.
I'm the violent one.
Look at Tommy's face, yo.
What?
Gangster, Joe. Gangster. You ain't see him blink, nothing.
Not the violent one, for sure.
Violent.
This is the one you gotta worry about.
Take it from me. Violent.
Because
he came into the deli one day.
I will admit that maybe that 10th time I'm the one to worry about. Maybe that 10th time, maybe. It's probably less of a percentage than that. But 9 out of 10 times, I ain't gonna do shit. I don't give a fuck what you say to me. I ain't get hurt by your fucking feelings enough to hit you. You literally gotta make me fucking kind of feel like, alright, you gonna come at me physically? I'm gonna put you in your place.
So that day that you came to the deli, and I was there going to make the food, and you came over there like, yo, you know I work in the department down there, right? Just that simple. I work in the department down there. I said, okay, Aaron. 3 pieces of chicken, a nice side of goddamn string beans. Y'all got some juice back there in the back. We know y'all behind the juice too. Want some of that juice?
You fucked up. Like I might have believed the story.
Chili's that string beans?
Yeah, Tommy don't eat green. Shit.
I was going to say, dude, that's why I looked at you.
I was going to tell the word I was lying, man, but y'all ain't got to put me on the spot.
But I got to put, you was good, if you had said corn, mashed potatoes.
It was corn, y'all. I forgot. It was corn.
But if you notice, the moment he said string beans, I immediately went.
That story, Paul. I was like, damn, I did this? Because it actually sounded like me for a second. Like fuck. Strong arm. Sounds like me.
The 3 pieces of chicken, I was sold. The mashed potato, a nice side of mashed potatoes, I was sold. The moment he said string beans, I said, bullshit.
Hey, look.
Like, now, if he told me he had to put string beans in because I was there and told him to fucking shove up his ass, that would have happened, but...
That's violent. I just brought the violence out.
Damn. He did get you right there.
So we're not telling y'all the lies, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I never came to him, though. We already proved the story.
No, the story was a lie.
9 out of 10 times.
It was a lie.
No, if it's a 10 out of 10, you only got to worry about Tommy 1% of the time. 1% of the time, I think, because I haven't had too much time with him, you have to worry about Joey. The other 8, you do have to worry about me.
Yeah,
I think I'm the less violent. I am the less violent.
Maybe. I'm not very violent, bro.
They face, he's smiling, so he know I'm the less violent. Look at me, man. Just look at this face. It's like
he tried to say he's innocent.
People done told me, man, you don't even look like you get in trouble. Do I look like I get in trouble? I have been in trouble.
Joey, just say I'm the less violent one. I'm gonna put you in your place again.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
I did almost get in a fight at the goddamn bar.
Listen, I want y'all to know that as we're talking about who's the most violent, I haven't had any times recently where
this is so fucked up. Like, how the hell did we get all violent? We talking about who the fuck had an influence in our life and made us all violent?
Okay, yeah. I did.
my mama.
My mom.
Here's his answer. If you've watched the podcast before, here's his answer. Anything with the Facebook Live, here's his answer. It is his mama.
But
she violent.
So it may not be that people are like your friends, but they people that you
tell them you beat people.
Damn, you said his face. Tell them you beat people.
No, that's what she said. She beat people. Talk about her beating people.
Oh yeah,
she was telling him to beat people.
Mama gangster. Mama gangster.
Don't play.
But no, it's quite a few dudes that I knew that I grew up around that we not so much like close friends, but the influence that they have, like these dudes came from prison.
So they were friends of the friends?
No, these like friends of the family that we grew up with.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But you know, as we get older, people move on to live their lives. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what that means in the
time, right? Friends of the family. Friends of the family.
Friends of the friends. That means that these are the people you know. They're friends of the family.
Yeah, this is a friend of the family.
I know what's going on here.
If there's a family of the family.
Yeah.
That's what you really go with.
But no, so like these dudes, they went to prison and did multiple years. And to see their accomplishments now that they out of prison, I got one homeboy, man, I lie to you not, man. My homeboy went to prison at 17. They gave that man natural life, never to get out of prison. He fought for about 24, 25 years to get himself out of prison because his story is so interesting. He all on the internet and everything, man. My homeboy Pee Wee, man, he go by Azim. He changed his name, but Azim fought all them years. And he had a lot of shit going for him there. He give back to the prison system by going back to, speak for the young juveniles and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a motivation for me, from me knowing where he come from. You know what I'm saying? And to see where he's at in his life now. You know what I mean?
Well, that's always a good motivation to see somebody come out on top of something like that. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't always affect other people. Because I've known quite a few people that deserve like you have.
Yeah.
They come out, dude. I've known them before. It's not the same. Like, you're one of the people that seems like they'll cope and handle. A lot of them that I fucking know, they really just want to go back in.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I've seen quite a few.
Not 100%, not like, hey, I need to go back in.
No, I'm just looking back and forth.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I can see him on my periphery. I'm like, man.
No, I'm just listening for right now. I know what I'm going to say. I can hold on to it.
That's all.
Okay. So, remember those few episodes where, like, I came on and at the end of it, I started giving random shout-outs to people whose names really didn't make any fucking sense at all? Like, I'd be like, yo, my homie little Ting Ting, Big Toucan out there. If you ever listen to Joey talk about his homeboys growing up, you ever notice what their names sound like when he comes out, their nicknames? Yo, this nigga little Toot Toot, my big homie Zing, my big homie Ding Dang Dang-a-lang Ching Ching Boo.
That's one of the dudes he knew from 1926. He was here before.
I am an immortal.
I know.
But, y'all ever heard of the Highlander? I'm the Islander.
Yeah, so, no, I do, because, where you come from, everybody got
a machete.
A name that was, it represented them, though. But when you think about Pee Wee, like I just said, my homeboy Pee Wee, he was a short dude.
I already knew he was short.
Yeah, he was short.
He was either short or really, really fucking big.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say, because that's the dude who played Debo. They called him Tiny Lister.
Yeah, Tiny.
That dude was big as shit.
That's what I
said. How the fuck you get a name like Tiny? You big as a motherfucker.
Shout out to him and may he rest in peace. I actually met him in real life. He was cool as shit.
Oh, the Debo.
Debo, I met him in real life. He was cool as shit.
I'm changing my name to Tiny Tommy.
Tiny Tommy.
Tiny Tommy.
Changing my name to Young Rico.
I'm changing my name to man. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. So what's up, man? Leave me the fuck alone.
Why are you messing with me?
You want a show?
But I'm just saying, leave me the fuck alone.
That was mad aggressive of you. That was aggressive. That seemed almost violent. That was almost violent.
We literally just thought it was when you.
Did you hear he got aggressive though?
Maybe we just
he talking about he's the least violent, but he getting mad aggressive real quick.
He changed his name in the middle of the podcast,
and
then got upset about you calling his name.
Go down there.
See, I had your back on that. He caught you on being violent. I got him on being violent. I'm still the calm one in this group.
Try to prove. Y'all seen earlier episodes?
Yeah.
That's why I said today I'm the calmer one in the group.
Do you remember Animal from the Muppet Babies?
That was me.
That's him.
And you're not even wrong. You're not even.
And you're the dude from Fraggle Rock when you were like, yo.
He's the motherfucking Fraggle Rock.
Who the fuck talks about Fraggle Rock?
Joey,
you can't be doing that. You're gonna really, really, really take us.
Showing your age, bro.
None of these people. I guarantee not a person one out there knows what Fraggle Rock is. Just watch it.
Somebody
prove me wrong.
Who knows what Fraggle Rock is? Take it back. And you ain't never goddamn like in your 20s and 30s.
If you know Fraggle Rock, just throw a high five in one of the fucking comments, like the high five emoji.
Or goddamn do this one.
He wants you to whip us if you know Fraggle Rock. What the fuck, Joey?
It's a smack. No, you ain't coming up here. When you look like goddamn motherfucker, goddamn a little bit of goddamn Kendrick Lamar. Oh no, that's homeboy from last time, I think. Remember the dude was the Assalamu Alaikum dude.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, remember he told me to come enjoy this again.
That's him.
Bro. The who?
The Assalamu Alaikum guy. You know that guy. The one walking around saying Assalamu Alaikum.
Okay.
You don't see much of that down here.
Alaikum as-salam.
Oh, who?
Alaikum as-salam. That's the reply when someone says, yeah.
There you go. It's Wale.
Thank you. I listen to Wale too.
That's it. What's this? What's his like?
What the fuck is that?
Alright, come on.
I forgot why you're playing that.
He said it.
The little motherfucker to snap out in that jump, that's Rico. They run through the motherfucker.
He said skater.
I know it's not the skater.
He was wild. He get to running through the little goddamn cave and shit.
Motherfucker.
Wild little motherfucker.
Imagine, because he's actually an Irish guy.
Irish people ain't nothing but light-skinned, red-haired Puerto Ricans. I don't want to hear shit.
Peanuts who are.
We all the same. All we do is drink, fucking fight. That's exactly all it is.
Our sound man is great. Just give a shout out to our sound man.
Shout out to the sound man on this episode one time. We got the sound effects on the episodes now. We're moving up in the world.
Hey.
Man, I like it. It's pretty cool, actually.
It actually, bring a little laughter out you. You know what I mean? Because I'm having a ball fucking with this shit.
But the whole point of this episode was for us to let y'all know about our influences and everything like that. And
anybody
hopefully,
that's out there would like to share, I don't know, maybe cut you off, but we'd like to hear from you guys too. Definitely anybody that's influenced your life, we'll read it wrong.
Well, other people say they don't mean to cut you off, but they just cut you off.
Joey, we're not doing this again.
Because I needed the thought out there right then and there.
Oh, okay.
To try to shout out to people, because otherwise I'd forget. So I really didn't, but I had to.
Let us know, and if you've been in on the clapper with us, then you can also just send me a DM. Let us know if you have someone in your life who is influential to you. Obviously, we get enough comments, we'll talk about them on the next episode and stuff like that. Give y'all a little segment to shout y'all out as well, especially for being fans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but the point is, if you have someone who's like that in your life and you're able to say thank you.
You know what? I'm going to bring up another point. I don't really know if you guys would have it as much in your life to compare for or someone that's around. But so funny is how much influence I have from my life from my dad. Never met the guy. Never met. But it's so fucking weird the different aneurysms, the different things I eat, stuff like that, off of somebody I've never met before, and all the different things I've done for him. And it's so weird to get like from my aunts, my uncles, and people that knew him that I never fucking did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did that just like your dad or something. It's always wild for me to hear, you know. Or I had to look at you a second time, especially when I had my long curly hair. It was out. They tell me all the time, you look just like your fucking dad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fucking wild. Somebody didn't even make it half the fucking life that I did. Like,
That's crazy you say that though, Tom, because me and my brother that passed away, you know, we resemble each other so much. You know what I'm saying? That when his daughters and them see me after all the years, she just break down and cry. You know what I mean? She was like, yo, you look just like my dad. You talk like my dad. You just sound just like him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have anything that serious about it, but I know that for some reason, though, we do have different dads, technically, but I don't, give any merit to that. But my oldest brother, Charlie, a lot of people think that we look a lot alike, and like my son will get confused sometimes until my brother talks, and then he's like, "Nah, you ain't my dad. Nope, you're not my dad." And then I'll be like, "What?" And he'll be like, "Nope, that's my dad. I know that voice. That's him."
That's like me and my brother Trail though. It's just crazy that my mom, the stories that she tells about when he was young and when I was young and how we grew up so much alike, you know what I'm saying? And we was the same pounds when we was born and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm the baby, he the oldest. But he got a different pops too. But I see the resemblance of me and my brother, you know, because we come from our mother. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot that in our life, man, we did so much alike. And that's what my mom always was. She like, when he was gone the whole time, before I went in, you know what I'm saying? She was like, boy, you just like your goddamn brother. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I said, that's crazy, bro. That's why we talk here. They say the same thing. Like, bro, man, that's crazy. Man, you got the same lifestyle.
yeah, that's when the same people. That's crazy. It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
it is, but it's like I said, just give thanks to that person because I give thanks to the people in my life every day because without them, thank you, Joey, that was perfect. I have these people that I have to thank because without them, I probably wouldn't be half as good of a person as I am. And I'm not saying that to try to, make myself sound arrogant or anything, but it took a lot from like Tommy, my boy Nick, and stuff like that to remind me that I am a good person and that I do strive to be a good person. I have my faults like everybody else, but
No one fucking perfect.
I can't let that deter me, and I'm going to continue to try and be a good person and get better so that, you know, my kid can have an even greater adult to look up to, and they can, at one point come through my life and be like, you know what, dog, like, from when we first started to now, like, I'm proud of
You know, I wouldn't even ask the question I was going to ask because it's really irrelevant, man, to ask when we all know that, you know, we have two sides of us, you know what I'm saying? And people embrace you, you know what I mean, that wholeheartedly, you know what I mean? Your flaws, that's what I would say as your flaws, you know what I'm saying? But overall, man, you know, a good dude is a good dude because you do the responsibilities that you have to do
you. Yeah,
as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like even as children, you know what I mean? People will reflect, they'll be like, you was a wild motherfucker, but you was cool as a bitch. You know what I mean? You a good dude, dog. You know what I mean? You got there had things that man a friend, a man know that he had a good friend in you from when you was a youngster.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I wish, you know what I mean, that where I came from, some other people they got friends that they grew up with, but some of the dudes that I grew up with and the females, a lot of them gone. But I always like when came to Florida the first time, I always like, damn, these was my friends. Then my mom and us, we moved so much, so we gained different friends. You know what I'm saying? But my original crew of people, man, I wish that I could have grew up with them in a sense. You know what I mean? But I don't take from what my life had become because maybe it wasn't for me to be around them because all of them got on drugs and shit like that. But they was good people. You know what I'm saying? Real thorough motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up running into different people. You know what I mean? Due to the fact that I traveled. You know what I'm saying? And just to even sit here. I always say this to y'all, man. You know, I'd be honored to do this because that showed me how much I've been grown in my life to be able to deal with people wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? And then I gain friends and the people that, you know what I'm saying, I meet along the way. You know, and that's what I want to take, man. My brother say this all the time. Man, I don't want to just be known for what people know me from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I go, if the word was to ever fly around the whole world, and motherfuckers be like, damn, man, that man passed. That was a good dude.
No, I lost my train of thought. I like. No, so going with that though, going with going with what you said about how like we have shut up, Joe. How we have like two sides to us, and feel like people embrace it wholeheartedly. And when I was talking to my boy Nick the other night, you know, I've been going through some shit, and I was like, what happened to the me that like didn't give a fuck about nothing, wasn't bothered by anything, like I just didn't care. And he was like, I'm gonna be real with you. He was like, the you when you don't give a fuck about nothing, you don't have a care in the world. He was like, he's fun to be around. He was like, because he's wild and he likes to get into some stupid shit. And he was like, and it's hilarious. He was like, but the part of you that I love is the one that opens up and does cares.
Yeah.
And has those things that affect him. And you allow me to see what you're supposed to be like as a normal human being instead of trying this super villain armor that you got. He was like, I appreciate that so much more. And I was like, and that's why I'm blessed to have the group of friends I have. Like, Tommy's kind of seen more of the, like, I'd say depression side of me being, like, on my downward swings. But Nick's been there for, like, the depression, the upward swings, and he was also there when my anger was uncontrollable.
We don't want to go live with you.
You know, he was also there when my anger was uncontrollable. And to this day, like, he knows, like, if he needs to talk to someone and who's going to listen and, like, you know, actually talk to him and, like, talk him down, he knows that he can call me just like I can do that for him.
They're mad.
Still got to send it back. There's somebody, what the fuck is that little teddy bear with the guitar in his hand?
Appreciate that guitar. I'll tell you,
And teddy bear, yeah.
So mean. I probably just yelled at someone.
I sometimes
They're taking it back.
I sometimes like
have it back.
Miss that wild side. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
no.
But just the question I wanted to ask you, Rico, personally, you know what I'm saying?
We're getting thrown on the spot. First episode back.
No, because I lost my train of thought, but I got to fish it back like you just did.
Hold back in. You got it. Hold back in.
Do it. I can do it.
Question you wanted to ask me, Rico, personally was.
I know. I forgot that shit. It's gonna come to me. Give me goddamn. You know I'm 30 seconds behind, dog. 30 seconds behind.
It's been about a minute.
I know. I get it, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get it.
He says after the messages, we'll be
we got it. Hurry up.
Damn. He forgot it.
Y'all should have said nothing.
He forgot it again. But that's not us. Oh, it's this time we're supposed to listen.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't have dead hair though.
I just want y'all to listen so I can get it. Shit. How the fuck did I forget that part?
This motherfucker just had it back, had it hook, line, and sinker.
Reach out for it. Though.
I know.
Went to take the fish off the hook and dropped it.
Tell yourself you believe. Reach out for it. Remember your own say.
Okay, so this is what it was.
Oh, shit, it works.
Do you think that the more you told yourself you didn't give a fuck, that you didn't give a fuck, as opposed to now, do you tell yourself I give a fuck to actually give a fuck?
No, now I don't have to tell myself that I give a fuck to give a fuck. I know that I do.
Okay.
And that's why I'm able to, you know, kind of be a little bit more open and stuff like that. Because for a while I was on that where, like, I did give a fuck and, you know, was more open about things. But then I slipped back into not giving a fuck and bottling everything up. But when I care, I don't have to, like, tell myself that I care to believe it. Like, I know it's there because it bothers me.
Yeah.
So I've grown.
Yeah, and I asked that because I knew, you know, when I was out there running stupid.
And you have this little homeboy named Little Zing Zang.
Zigga Zig.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? That was my little homeboy. But no, when I told myself all them times, man, when I used to rap, and you know, everybody want to have like a gangster persona.
On cue.
As that beat goes off.
Calls the joke.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Never
seen
failed.
that I didn't
Part
give a
every
fuck
episode.
because I was snorting power, smoking weed, drinking, and just doing things that just was stupid.
We don't
And in my
endorse Joey
mindset
or any of them.
was like I don't give a fuck. So everything I did reflected that. You know what I'm saying? And I sat down one day and was like, you know what? I give a fuck. And that's when I started having more care for things. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have the thought of wanting to hurt somebody for real. You know what I mean? Unless I feel that I'm hurt. But at one point you thought that, man, I wish somebody would. You know what I'm saying?
I have that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I still have it, but I have to push that like to the side. When it got that revised, I'll be like, nah. There's like times I think stupid shit like, yo, when I'm going through a struggle, you know what I mean? Who the fuck I can turn to? First thing I think about, picking up and want to go do something, I'll be like, man, fuck that thought. Why would I want to do that? I'm going to give every ounce of energy in me positivity. You know what I'm saying? Before I ever will reflect to do something stupid again.
Facts, and that's what I need to work on, being a more positive thinker about life itself and of myself. And on that note, y'all, we've gone a hot minute on this podcast. Everybody on the lounge, y'all can stick with us for a little bit more for the after show, where we kind of like still chill,
But YouTube,
unwind,
we
and
say
stuff like
goodbye.
that. YouTube, we're saying goodbye because, yeah, you guys know we don't try to go too long for y'all. So
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
we love y'all though, and we're gonna send another shout outs to y'all.
Can barely use that. And all you gotta do is press the button.
Oh,
Damn.
what?
He said you couldn't hit a button.
By the way, YouTube, you guys can check us out on all the other apps that we're on. We're on a shit ton of them. I'll talk about them in the last couple
Please
videos.
add us on Tango.
Tango, Bigo, Clapper, Kick, Facebook, Instagram, everything I see YJ Podcast. Don't forget to follow Keeping It 98. Y'all can also check that out on the outer space.
Peace out.